All right. I know I'd mentioned this before, and I think I showed some pictures on some of the beginning logs, but I'm just going back over this again. Um, as soon as we could put our fingers on the culprit, which I'm pretty sure I'm being pretty fucking direct when I say who the fuck it is, because I'm a goddamn psychic and I could tell who the fuck is connected to me, especially when they do it over a 2-year period. Um, I have this. So these are all the T-Mobile phones that they broke. I have every single time I got a piece of information on them, and I put a list on my phone. I got a picture where I talked shit to either Dennis Gordon or Northampton County or David Brotzman. My phone was broke. They would control me. They would break a phone. There's also 2 phones that aren't here. The two of the phones in this stack were synthetically broke with synthetic frequencies. They weren't even broke. I would like to pull all the information off of this. I have pictures of Mandela effects that me and Z had sent things back and forth to each other in and out of time. And these are my prized possessions. Dennis Gordon had thrown away my physical matter of Mandela that came to me. It was a dab rig that had my tattoo on it. On the bottom of the dab rig where the diffuser was, it had a cash sign, because my nickname is Cash. It had the females from my digital hippie group, which with umbrellas with machine guns hanging from an umbrella, like Machine Gun Kelly or something, but he's not, I don't think he's in our group. But the girls were like definitely saying, hey, we got your back. And there was a subliminal dick joke, because me and Z subliminally put dick jokes and everything. So if you go watch Tesla movies or Tesla anything, just like seeing the numbers 4 and 9, we put subliminal dick jokes and everything all over YouTube and everything, just to prove that we could do what we can do. And we were just having fun. I mean, it doesn't matter. Prove it, right? Well, guess what? No one ever died from saying a dick joke. I tell you that. But you know what? They've been torturing the fuck out of me. You see how life is coming back in my face? Even though I'm still white. But you see how I'm getting more texture. I mean, more like, I'm not as skinny anymore. All because I'm scaring all the people away the more information I publish. And now they're disconnecting from me. You see how that works? Isn't that amazing? And now this is another thing besides for the cell phones. This is the laptop they broke. The laptop still works, but they had me break my screen, so I had to connect it to a TV to do my schoolwork. And now, once we put the finger on these people, guess what? I saved every single receipt since I worked for Dennis Gordon. So Dennis, you and all your fucking nice little stocks, as soon as I have a little class action lawsuit, the Picos are going to pay me the full amount for all this shit. The Gordons are going to pay me a full amount for all this shit. The fucking Gentellis are going to pay me a full amount for all this shit. Every department that fucked me over in fucking Northampton County is going to pay me for all this shit. It's organized crime, and guess what? When it's organized crime, I'm going to do the same thing the government does to fucking people who are in organized crime, I'm going to do to you. They charge each individual individually. So I'm going to get my fucking money. I'm going to get a vehicle out of this because you guys kept my fucking license. I had to take my license to come in here and fucking do this investigation. I'm going to get it back. All you motherfuckers are going to fucking give me all my shit back. And I'm putting my fucking finger right on you. I'm telling you right now. I don't need to be getting angry like this. But you know what? You control me like a goddamn puppet for fucking 2 years. And I'm letting the whole fucking world know. And yeah, you know what else? Why is Dennis set up like this and set up with a network like this, and he's still riding on the lower level? So there's probably people above him that set him the fuck up. Banger's a little piece of shit town. Are you sure this isn't like a runoff spot and they're not using like the spider web? In 2008, they invented the spider web. The spider web is a network that can read the emotional cues of everybody, and it can predict what stocks to put money into. If they have something that predicts what stocks put into, and the signs that I know, I could project in and out of time, God damn it, you know what? They could be paying Dennis with stocks because Dennis is a stockbroker, and someone from New York or Philly could be fucking funneling drugs through Dennis and having Dennis legally pay small-time business owners to transfer drugs in and out. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I do not know if that's true, but I'm definitely fucking putting that information out there because the network that Dennis holds is much bigger than what Dennis is doing. It's fucking obvious. Okay? Yeah. And the tree trimmer, who is the fucking cocaine dealer, guess fucking what? He came over and fucking did $13,000 of fucking tree work for Dennis right before this information was set in my fucking lap. So, figure it out. It won't leave me alone. You making snot, Mom? They make like right here. They make like my heart murmur. And they make all my, like my hands shake. You see how they're like shaking like that? That's not me making them shake. They could send like pulses through my body. See that? Oh, God. Every time I start to explain shit, it goes away. Oh. Fuck. I'm scared because I think probation is going to fucking put me in jail. I don't know what to do. If Texas comes and get me. When I was out in Texas, they used these same type of machines to put me in jail in Tyler County. And then once I was in jail in Tyler County, they used these machines to have me write down a name on a piece of paper and hand it to the detective. And I did not want to write this down. I was forced. My hands were shaking like that when I was writing it. And I gave it to the detective. And then the girl that I was arrested with, she said that there was, her name was Taylor, something with an M. She's my co-defendant. It's really easy we got arrested at the same time. You can find her. Well, anyway, she said that she was in her holding cell with the women, and that someone started going crazy. A girl started going crazy in the cell, and that didn't know me or her, and started yelling my name out of her mouth, and started saying, he's snitching on everybody. And she knows that, and you could go check that and cross-check that with her. And then they also had me fill out a statement and her fill out a statement. And for the crimes that they were arresting us for, they what's it called? Her statement said that I didn't do anything. My statement said I didn't do anything. But they still charged me with the crime. And they puppeteered me. And the way that they got me to go to the police officer, the police officer was parked like probably a football field down the road, and they had her walk to him first out of the house, and then they somehow convinced me synthetically in my mind to walk out of the house, look at the cop car, and then walk to the cop car 1,000 feet away. Why would I do that? Why would I just walk myself in? I wouldn't. That's the thing, I wouldn't. No shit. So they arrested me and put me in jail there. So, but there's another piece of proof that you cross-check with another person where synthetic machines were being used, because how could a female in her holding cell know my name and start screaming out loud everything I'm doing? And I was being puppeteered to do it. And this is why I cannot go back to Tyler County, Polk County, when I was in Polk County, I had I have weird senses, and my mind reads things. And when I was in Polk County, there was a transport officer named Richard Jerry. And this man named Richard Jerry, he used to be like either a detective or like on like one of the units where they go out and like do sweeps and like, catch criminals. Well, $50,000 missing from a investigation. So they've made him into a transport officer. Well, I was thinking about all this in my mind because someone told me about it, and then just thinking about it without even saying anything, he came in there. He yelled at me in front of everyone in our cell, or in our little holding tank, and then he put me in a single man cell for like 3 months or 2 months or something, like 60 days or something. It was ridiculous. So I had to go to the SHU or my own seg cell for like 60 days because this man got mad at me. And also too, there was inmate workers in there. One of the inmate workers was also he cut hair and stuff at the time, and then he was getting sent to state jail. I can't recall his name, but he was an inmate worker when Polk County had busted a marijuana field. And Polk County, instead of just busting this marijuana field, weighing the marijuana and incinerating it, they took the inmate workers in the middle of the night, and they would have them go over to their warehouse that is catty corner from the jail in Polk County. This is the next county over from Tyler County that I just spoke about. This county, now Polk County, when this inmate had given me a verbal report that not only was he part of the team, not only was he working as an inmate worker when they went out to the field to cut these plants down, well, now the workers of the jail and the local law enforcement are having these individuals trim and package up this bud. Why is there a full field of bud that they just caught? And now they're having the law enforcement use inmate workers to package and seal it up, trim it all up and package it up and seal it up. That doesn't sound right. And so, because I knew all this information, they tried the day before I got sent to state jail. They charged the day I was in handcuffs, getting ready to get on the bus to go to state jail from Polk County. And when I was in handcuffs, 15 minutes away from leaving Polk County, they pulled me in front of the magistrate or the judge or whatever, and they filed new charges on me that would hold 5 years in prison because they said I had brought drugs into a fucking facility. Which is fucking bogus. These drugs were in a community. They found 2 little leaves of weed that you can't even weigh on a scale in a baggie, and it was inside a sole of a shoe, which everyone on the work crew wore these shoes. How does that work? So everyone else on the work crew gets away with it and I don't? See what I'm saying? So now I got a 5-year sentence hanging over my head in Texas for that. And I also got Tyler County. That bullshit, I wasn't going back there after that because it's not safe for me there. And when I immediately got out of jail there, I immediately got sent from one house to another house to another house. And someone with these synthetic frequencies were controlling them and getting them pissed off at me. I had a gun held to my head. And they said, if you come back here, we'll shoot you. And I had to walk off in the middle of East Texas. And then when it really happened too, all this really happened. Like, I know it's really far-fetched, but this is all real, 100%. Like, this isn't a movie. This isn't fucking some made-up shit. This is fucking real. Okay? I know it's hard to fathom because everyone's probably listening to this lives in the real world and lives like, you know, a normal life. I'm trying to live a normal life and they won't let me, man. I try to go to work every day. I try to stick up for myself and they just keep putting me in the dirt. I need to find these people that are doing this to me and stop it. So I'm going to forward all these videos to everyone important that can help. I'm going to go to the synthetictelepathy.com and find the people who help on there. There is a CIA, Illuminati, gaslighting, tormentation, help service down in Philadelphia. I'm going to call a whole bunch of people, man. You know, someone is using outside forces, synthetic frequencies. They have they told me, these people told me that communicate with me to my mind, that they have everyone's mind on a network. And they could just pull them up whenever. And they continuously map their minds all day long and their thoughts. They told me this. No physical person told me this. It was a sense sent to me, like similar to what an audio spotlight would do. An audio spotlight can pass your eardrums and just get inside your mind. So I'm sitting here with valid evidence and valid proof, but if you don't know or you haven't experienced any of this, it's just going to look like random bullshit. But yeah, you see how they got me to stop talking about Polk County? If I go to Polk County, that is a threat to my life. Northampton County should know this. And if you guys send me to Polk County or release me to Polk County, you're putting my life in danger. And I just gave you facts that you could go check on. And also, Polk County was under federal investigation. So you could cross-check this information with the feds. I believe Tyler County was under investigation too. What if the feds used me without me knowing? I have prior military training. I went through 1.5 years of boot camp in the Marines, combat training, and a little bit of extra training on top of it in A school. I'm like literally like a prime candidate for the military just to use at their leisure. Please, someone help me. I need this to stop.